Cam Ward is somebody that had to make a lot of improvements, had to polish his game, had to develop, had to learn new strengths to get to the attention level that he has right now heading towards the draft. Started a couple years at Incarnate Word, made his way over to Washington State, and then finished this year off at Miami. And I have to say that he is my favorite quarterback prospect in this class and should go number 1 overall, whether that's to the Titans or someone they trade the pick to. I think this guy has a phenomenal arm, he extends the play well, and he does a load of things at a really high level. I'm excited to see how he plays out, and I want you to join me as I dive into the tape on Ward to figure out what makes him so special. Why is he my favorite quarterback in this class? What is so great about Cam Ward? Let's dive in and figure it out. Now, before we get into the film, let's look at the tail of the tape for Cam Ward. 6'2", 223 pounds, almost the exact same size as my pro comp for him, which will not be the reason I'm giving him that comp. Don't get me wrong. This season, 4,313 yards with 39 touchdowns, which was good enough to win him the Davey O'Brien Award, ACC Offensive Player of the Year, and an All-American nod. He had a .36 EPA per dropback this season. He was phenomenal. He's the best quarterback in college football, Heisman finalist, and I think that he will be a really, really good pro. Let's dive into why. One thing that definitely is scary to me as a Cam Ward fan and a Cam Ward believer is sometimes the kind of lackadaisical mechanics, the fact that he can overthrow guys at times and then just trying to do too much. Like right here, he's rolling to his left, he decides to throw this crossbody sidearm throw. Honestly impressive that he gets it off when you see where the D lineman is, but he overshoots his receiver, it gets picked off. And these are the kind of things where Cam Ward makes these killer mistakes that I think will be amplified to the next level if he continues to, be loose with his mechanics, be loose with the football, and overshoot guys. One thing with Ward that I really do like, though, is his velocity. I mean, he lets this thing eat when he throws it sometimes. This is going to be an open receiver, but this throw just really impressed me with the zip on it. I mean, you really can't teach this kind of stuff. He does throw it high. Again, though, I will keep mentioning it throughout this video. When he throws that football high, he has a tendency to overthrow guys, and I think he needs to learn to come down through the football a little bit with his throws. For Ward, it's almost like a blessing and a curse for him. He's going to be able to fit the ball into some really, really tight windows at the next level as he was in college. But I think that could lead to some overconfidence, and that's not my takeaway from this play. I'll show you this one. This is on the goal line in the red zone against Florida. And just watch. Fits this right past this defender. Restrepo isn't able to make the catch, and maybe he could have put it just a little bit more behind. But to me, really, really impressive throw by Cam Ward. Great zip in a not very open window. This could lead to some turnovers, like I said, especially early on in his career, but I just love the tools of this guy. I love the velocity on the throws once again. Ward just has so many NFL type of throws on his tape, including this one right here. You're going to see the DB man-to-man. You've got the high safety. It's a cover one look. Ward sees it, leads his receiver down the sideline, leads him to the outside, away from the safety, leads him past the DB. And, I mean, that is just a remarkable throw to me by Cam Ward. Ward on this back. Just check out the lead on this throw. It's just a pretty ball. There's not a better way to describe it than that. It's just a pretty throw by Cam Ward, and his film is littered with these. Now, I think that my favorite part of Cam Ward's game, and a lot of people might get mad when I say this, is his Mahomes-esque play extension. And I know that was Mahomey. All that kind of thing is like a stupid gimmick by a lot of announcers, but I really mean it when this guy can extend the play. He just is able to create time so often. Here's an example right here against Florida. The rush gets to him, rolls out to the left. He's calm. He keeps his eyes downfield. Nice arm angle throw there. Finds a man in the end zone. And to me, I'm not saying this guy's going to be as good as Patrick Mahomes. Obviously, Patrick Mahomes is one of the best quarterbacks of all time, and he's the best in the league. But I do see some tendencies in his game, in the mechanics, in the play extension, in the kind of calmness, escaping the rush. That's just what I see. I mean, check this one out. I know I'm playing a lot of plays against Florida. Trust me, we've got other games in here. But once again, isn't seeing anything, has the rush, flush him forward, moves to his left, sidearm throw, bang. This is something that you would see from a Chiefs game. Again here from Cam Ward, you see some play extension and the arm strength. I have concerns of the arm strength of Shedeur Sanders. I have none of those here with Cam Ward. He lets this rip. gets it to his receiver. And some of these are open guys. I'm not saying these are like high-level throws, these last two, but it's the play extension to me, and it's the velocity and the arm strength that really pop out of the tape, in my opinion. I hope that you guys see what I'm talking about when I made the Mahomes comp with the play extension. Here's another example right here. He's scanning, sees nothing. Oh, flushed out. Oh, spin around. Look, still nothing over the middle. Oh, let's roll out of the left. Somebody's chasing me. Sidearm throw. Bing, touchdown. I mean, like, this is beautiful from Cam Ward, and I just hope that this isn't delusional to say that I see that in his game. Watch Cam Ward just rip this whole shot here. I mean, it is a absolute laser, and it's a just great throw all around. Bink, touchdown. Once again, Cam Ward with a brilliant throw, and I think that he really thrives with those outside throws. Sometimes over the middle, and sometimes just on straight 9 routes. He has a tendency to overthrow. We'll talk about that a little bit more throughout the video, and I know I mentioned it earlier, but on these outside intermediate throws, these layered throws, I think he's the best in the class. Watch this beautiful throw from Cam Ward, where once again he shows off the precision, he shows off the velocity. He's going to just fit this one in there with a frozen rope into the end zone against Virginia Tech. And between the play extension, the howitzer of an arm that he has, and just kind of the intangibles all around, I really like this guy. He's QB1, he has to be. Talked a minute ago about these intermediate, too deep outside throws that Cam Ward is so good at. And here's another example right here. The play fake, he sees what he wants. Boom! Right there. I mean, you literally can't throw that ball any better than he does right here. You see Restrepo, it's a tight window, just out of the reach of the DB, into the outstretched arms of Restrepo. I love this guy's tape, man. I'm not trying to sound like I'm doing too much, but I love this guy's tape more than Shedeur 100%. Now, the same way that we saw growing pains for Caleb Williams and his playing style, which I do think will be ironed out under Ben Johnson, I think we'll see some growing pains with Cam Ward in the way that he plays, but plays like this at the collegiate level just really get me excited to watch him go, whether it's for the Titans, whether it's for the Raiders, the Jets, whoever it may be. I think they'll be getting a great quarterback. Here's another example. Rolls out. He's got the rush after him. He's stalling. He sees what he wants, throws it to the corner, throws it to a spot. Touchdown. We'll give you a better angle here. Get back to the end zone copy here. I mean, bang. Puts it right in a perfect spot. There's 3 defenders right here. The receiver does beat them, but he just puts that in the perfect spot with a rusher in his face. These things to me are really impressive. Now, one thing that I do think Cam Ward needs to improve upon is reading the field, seeing the field, because he's got the talent, he's got the, arm strength, everything that I've talked about in this video, but sometimes I think some of these play extensions aren't really necessary. I don't think he reads the defense entirely well yet, especially for someone that will be in the NFL. Right here, you see the interception, you roll this back, and I think Ward kind of gets locked in out here on his receiver, Restrepo. He's coming up, right? He's got this DB who he thinks is taking on number 3, but what is he going to do? He turns back, turns his hips. Ward has no clue what he's doing. The DB, that is. He thinks that he's still carrying this. So he thinks he is free to throw the wheel route to Restrepo, and that is just not the case as he gets picked off. There are a couple kind of head-scratching interceptions. This one is not as bad as a few others that I'll show later in the video, but Cam Ward, I think, needs to get a little bit better with seeing the field and making smart reads at times. Talked about the arm strength of Cam Ward and how sometimes he does have the tendency to overthrow these deep throws. This right here is not an example. It ends up getting dropped, rolls to the right. He's behind the 50-yard line, and he just lets this one rip. Look where this ends up in his receiver's hands. I mean, beautiful throw by Cam Ward. Should have been caught. Not the only time this even happened in this game. Remember what I said about Cam Ward with these reckless turnovers, trying to do too much and not seeing the field? Well, I think that these things all come to light on plays like this right here. So Ward is going to take the snap. He's going to feel pressure and get flushed out to the right. When he's about to throw this, He's got these 3 defenders all closing in, right? Well, he's got a receiver that's heading up the field. He can try and layer this throw. This corner really probably can't make a play on this. And if he's going to throw cross body, he's got Restrepo right here. What does he do instead, though? Throws this cross body to the other side of the field. It gets picked off. It's taken to the house, and it is a very costly turnover. I know Miami came back to win this game, but you just can't have a throw like this, cross body, this far, floating it up, and expect a bad thing to not happen. Like at the NFL level, this exact same result is going to occur with this throw. Another beautiful deep throw by Cam Ward here in this same game against Cal. I mean, again, behind the 50-yard line, in the hands. Beautiful ball by Ward. And there are some things that you're going to have to teach out of him at the next level. I don't think that arm strength and throwing deep is something that you're going to have to correct for him. I think that he's got so many tools. He's got so much talent. He's going to be successful at the next level if you give him some room to grow. There's going to be some growing pains, as I mentioned, but plays like this just stick out to me as a just really, really special talent at the quarterback position, and definitely the best one in the 2025 class. This might be the best example that I have of Ward evading the rush and just making something out of nothing with heavy pass rush heading towards him. This is against Florida State. This actually was one of Ward's less impressive games, but makes one guy miss. Oh, keeps his eyes upfield. Makes another guy miss. Evades the tackle. Gets out of the left. He's trying to find something, anything, right on the sideline. Great throw. Receiver gets his feet down. And obviously, again, I got to reiterate this point. Caleb Williams did this kind of stuff. He found out that it wasn't as easy to do at the next level. I think that Cam Ward will figure it out. I think Caleb Williams will figure it out too, as I mentioned. But I think that Cam Ward is really, really good at this. I think that, again, on these outside throws, Cam Ward is really smart. I think that the lead on these throws is quite good as well. He rolls out to the left, lets it eat. He tries to pull him back shoulder away from the safety to where he doesn't get killed. Restrepo can't hold on. He doesn't get killed. He does get hit, but he's not able to hold on. I still think that this is a really high-level throw from Cam Ward. This is one of Ward's best throws on tape. By the way, I love the design by Shannon Dawson here. You've got a single receiver down here to the field side and then to the boundary. You've got quads bunched up, and this is, again, one of Ward's most beautiful throws of the season. You're going to see him take the drop. He's got his man open right here. There's a DB underneath. There's a DB to the outside. But Ward knows that he can fit this in with the arm talent that he has, and he does just that. It gets taken down for a touchdown by Miami. And let's check out the end zone angle because this throw is just too good. This is against Duke, and it's one of my favorites, honestly, from watching his tape in this ball game. Let's check it out. I mean, there's 3 DBs right there. Really 2, I should say. There's 2 DBs. The receiver does have a step, but that's still a tough throw. It's not an easy throw to make by Ward, and he does it. Last one that I have of these head scratchers by Ward that he is just simply going to have to eliminate from his game. He takes the drop, doesn't see much, shifts over to the left, and then has to roll out right. He starts to go backwards, then goes towards the sideline, and throws this up. Someone tell me why Cam Ward thought that this was a smart throw to make. Because what in the world is that? He's lucky that it didn't get returned, but like, why would you ever throw that? I don't understand. These are the things where Cam Ward has too much confidence in his arm, too much confidence in his play extension and finding something down the field and playmaking. Like, you got to chill with that in the NFL, bro. Another beauty for Cam Ward on the outside here to his number 2 tight end. Boop, in the bucket. I mean, these throws, that is his forte. That's his strong suit. I lied. There's one more of Cam Ward doing this stupid crossbody. It isn't picked, but it should have been. Someone tell Cam Ward, stop doing this. Stop trying to make this throw. Well, if it's not there, just throw it away, dog. But don't give Cam Ward second chances, because then he'll do something like he does on this play with a beautiful layered outside throw over a defender. Over 2 defenders, really. I mean, that's perfect ball placement by Cam Ward.
Now, with all of that out of the way, let's take a look at my report card for Cam Ward.
as we wrap up this draft profile. For his accuracy, I give him an A-. I think he's pretty accurate across the field. The knock that I have is the occasional overthrows, which I didn't highlight as much in this film, but trust me, they are there. The arm strength, I give him an A. He's not quite an alien with his arm, but he has an absolute cannon. Vision, B-. Talked about the need for him to be able to see the field and read coverages a little bit better, which I do think will come in the NFL. Pocket presence and escapability, I give him an A. The escapability only, A+, but I think he has some footwork to clean up in the pocket, which knocked him down a grade for the pocket presence for me. Anticipation, B+. I think he anticipates things pretty well opening up down the field, but again, just needs to anticipate defenders and coverages a little bit better. Mechanics, B+. Mention that footwork. Sometimes a little lackadaisical, a little nonchalant back there. And then size, A-. He's 6'2", 225 just about. Pretty good size. He's not Josh Allen, but he's a pretty good size quarterback. All in all, I give Cam Ward a top 5 grade in this draft, and due to the number 1 pick likely being a quarterback-needy team, I project that he will be the first overall pick in the draft. Please refer to the footnote here, but I'm doing it. My pro comp for Cam Ward is Patrick Mahomes. They are pretty much the exact same size. Cam Ward has a huge arm. He's amazing at extending the play, getting outside the pocket, and buying time for his wide receivers. And I just see too many similarities with the way that they run, just with the way the mechanics look all in all. The unique arm angles, the sidearm throws, the improvisation, the list goes on and on. Again, if you can't rate it at the bottom, I am not saying he will be as good as Patrick Mahomes, but that is the comp for me for Cam Ward. Call me crazy, ratio me in the comments, anything you want to do, but this is my pro comp. I'm sticking to it. Cam Ward, Patrick Mahomes. All in all, Cam Ward is QB1. I believe he will be the first pick in this draft. He's a step above Shedeur Sanders and multiple steps above everybody else in the class. I believe that he will be a high-level starter in this league for years to come. There will be kinks to iron out, but I believe they will get ironed out, and I think he will have a successful NFL career. If you enjoyed this video, like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you think about this breakdown, about Cam Ward, about even the pro comp. If you want to flame me in the comments, let me know, and I look forward to pushing out more content for you guys.